And good evening, one. Good evening, all. Well, I was very close to having to drop this and go to a different game, but I've persevered and I'm hoping this is going to be playable. For those of you on the story as to why I've got the introduction talking about perseverance, there is a very short video on the YouTube channel because an update happened today, and when I loaded my game, it was beyond ugly. However, we're not giving up that easily. We are going back to Raccoon City as Leon Kennedy, and the chat box is over in that direction. So get your comments in there and I'll do what I can to interact with all of you. And yes, the good thing is we don't have the completely ruined face of Leon this time. Again, you want to see more about what that's about, check the archive. Now, before I go any further, I've got 22,500 points to use. I quite like the idea of body armor. Oh, you have to hold. Ah, that's fine. Yep. Hey, there we go. That got us an achievement called Retail Therapy. I don't know if you saw that on the screen, but there you go. So we've only got 14,500 available. A higher case will come in handy. And then realistically, for now, the main thing is to upgrade certain parts, like that one there increases power, and that one does too. So, oh, hold on. As that one increases durability. Both are very useful. And we can also upgrade the alligator snapper. That increases stability and power. That increases reload speed. That increases ammo. More ammo is always good. We'll start with that. And we'll save a few points in the bank because we can. Oh. I hit the wrong key then. That was me being a moron. So we're going to go onto the second route. At the end of the last stream, we'd done one rather stealthy route in the darkness surrounded by a load of lorries, as we were essentially trying to find the batteries needed in order to be able to carry on the next part of the game. So I think what we need to do this time is the second route, and yep, I am correct. So you got the battery down there, and there is fuel in that direction. So the battery is down in the sewage facility, as I thought. Okay. Let's try and find it. So I do like the way that this game's got quite a lot of shadows, but good evening. Welcome to the stream, Snowbeaver. Guess what game you've just started? Have you started playing Requiem by any chance? Or have you started playing something more obtuse? Have you got a genre for me, Snow? I don't mind playing a game, but there's that many games we could go for. In fact, knowing you, you're playing big rigs over the road racing. Don't play that, people. Whatever you do, please don't. Don't play big rigs. Oh. Goodbye knees, Leon. Your knees have been absolutely busted with that one. I think that needs a battery to open. Yeah, a lot from the other side. That makes perfect sense. Oh, how convenient. A big open area. We have a battery in the wall there. And, yes. I get the feeling we're about to do a Resident Evil 4 here, one of their contained battles. It's one of the signature dishes of Resident Evil. And, oh nice, you're playing 100 line last defense. Oh, that's excellent. That's the kind of... Isn't that the one that's made by Kodaka, but it's not a Danganronpa game? Or am I misinterpreting that? Yay, shotgun ammo, that's useful. And that's already reloaded too, so that's good news. And the valve wheel is back from Resident Evil 2. Absolutely awesome to see. Yeah, I had a feeling it was too convenient, that. I just knew it. get off. Right, one down with the axe, I think. Let's reload. I mean, well, good evening, Avian. Just seen you jump into the chat there. You've had a horror day at work, so you're in good company. I don't like the sound of that, so I'm going to quickly check around here. Did I chop his leg? Oh, no, I didn't chop his legs off. Oh, I had a feeling there was a problem. Right. Oh, that worked somehow. Doesn't seem like the shotgun's doing as much effective as I'd like it to be. Although that's helped. There we go. Although that was pretty grim. Problem is, it's got this cheap. It's been cheap. The issue I've got here is that he's always revealing his back. He's not revealing his actual front side. They shouldn't be on the back where you can't hit them. They shouldn't be there. I'll take that. That's helpful. Okay, don't jump down the hole. That's fine. There we go, that'll do it. So it's a must-play if you're a Danganronpa fan, Snowbeaver. That's pretty awesome. Right, the issue is I've got to get back down there, I think, because if I'm right, yeah, you can see the platforms blocked off, and I get the feeling, yeah, that's it. Of course it is.
Some kind of bridge to get over there.
Yeah, you will. I know exactly how to get it. The problem is there's an enemy in the way. And we're quite low on health. But yes, you're at the end of Secret of Mana. Good job using the assets to extend the game. Oh, that's cool. Trying to see if I can get it to quieten down. But it's not working. I really can't be arsed. Fuck you. I cannot be arsed. I can't be arsed dealing with this shit. Have a nice cup of fuck off. There we go. That'll do it. So those particular enemies, they made them very tanky and very fast. And it should be one or the other. They should be either fast or tanky. It shouldn't be both, because it's not very balanced. They say they're more annoying than a challenge. Luckily the Requiem can make you just go, yeah, whatever. With the Requiem, you can move things forward, but so far... That's the sound of me smacking the hell out of the wood on my desk. We'll be able to carry on as normal. We got some ammo refresh here too for the machine gun, and we got a med injector as well. That's helpful. Let's say if it wasn't for that other enemy, the one that caused the other ones to go psycho, having the only weak spot on its back, that would have been far easier. They shouldn't be on the back. They shouldn't be where you can't get them. It's like with the regenerators in Resident Evil 4 remake. They actually made them really balanced. And they've not made them balanced at all, in my opinion. Yeah, it does, but the problem is you've got to do it in order to get rid of them. You have to clear that room out. Because you can't move the crank quick enough by using it just as it is. You have to actually kill the enemies. And again, while it's an interesting mechanic, as I say, it could have done with doing something like to tone it down a bit, make it a bit more balanced. And so I don't mind challenging the game, but I think those are not balanced at all. As I say, they should either be able to mutate enemies quickly and get it dealt with, or it should be a case that you're able to... They should take a lot of damage and you have to go from that side of it. Oh, there's apparently handgun ammo down there that was missed. I'm not leaving behind loot. Well, if you can kill them without shooting the blisters, it's news to me, because they've never died. Nothing I've done has had stopping power. Now, I will say, Snow, you said you've beaten the game. So if there's weaponry that can be upgraded to do that, I'm not in that position to do it. Because I'm not at the end of the game, and I've not got the upgrade points. So that might be part of the issue. And again, that's fine, but at the same time, there should be a better way of dealing with them. Because the axe isn't strong enough to do it. And even if you throw the weapons and incapacitate them, it's not enough. Still, we've got some more ammo, so that's okay. I like getting extra ammo. They say it's all about making it as fair a challenge as you can. I've never been a fan of the gauntlet modes in these games anyway. The gauntlet fights are never balanced. They either don't give you enough room or don't give you enough resources, and I get they're trying to build up the fear factor, but it doesn't make me afraid. It makes me annoyed. Genuine horror is where you genuinely actually feel the game, and I'm not getting that from this. I like it, but there's not enough. Anyway, let's use these batteries. There we go. Right. Let's take a quick look around the city here. Are they BSAA soldiers that were taken down, I wonder? Here we go, I guess we'll find out.
Encountered 3 infected and eliminated them. That's correct, sir. Do we proceed?
So the rumors were true? What rumors? The missile wasn't just about stopping the spread. Don't be ridiculous.
Affirmative. Listen up. Our objective hasn't changed. We rendezvous with the advanced party in the center of Raccoon City, then head for Ark. Our mission is to retrieve Elpis. Move out!
Why is there a CRT filter?
Jesus, fuck! Where is he? I'm fucking blind here! Oh, God! Oh, my fucking leg! Get cover! Get cover! Please help me! Holy shit!
Well, that was Zeno, but what gun was he using to do that? It looked more powerful than Requiem.
I thought I had a short fuse.
What are we doing here?
All in good time. You'll see.
It's the hair physics now. It's the same with Grace. But it's much worse on the other video. Hey, we got a key. I know where we can use that. We can use that back at camp. Yep. So we can quickly go and retrieve that, actually, because it'll be good for us to get some new supplies.
Send some footage your way, Sherry. The guy at the end. White suit. Can you find anything on that?
Yeah, hold on. The database is coming up empty.
So there are ghosts involved with Elpis, too. Phew.
I just saw how low my health was. Yeah, common sense says not to go with the bad person who created things that kill us, but again, Grace doesn't know that, Avium. Grace doesn't have the advanced knowledge that we do. She's not seen the thing. But in terms of the Leon face, Snow, he's suddenly gotten camera shy. You can see he's gotten very camera shy. He keeps on turning away from me. But you can see it's most of the hair physics that's the issue. And again, I think it's they did drop an update today, Capcom, and it caused all kind. As I say, when I started booting on my computer, it's like downloading content, and I'm like, what content? Then I turned the game on and was like, oh my god, what is that? Ugh. A motorcycle. Can we get one? Can we ride it?
Beautiful. Just need to get through that gate.
Ah, okay. So it sounds like we got a vehicle section. Oh no, please. And we've got a kit for... Oh, what's that? Repair kit. So what does that do exactly? Not seeing a way to open it. Apart from being fragile, there's nothing else there. Okay, I'm guessing there must be something. I don't know if I affected the cutscene Snow, because as soon as I booted up the computer and saw how ugly it was, I was like, yeah, I'm not taking any chances here. I initially was actually going to go and do another Trials in the Sky stream. I set it up for it and I thought, no, I'm too stubborn. Went into the graphics settings, reset everything, changed the aspect ratio, and that seems to have made it more bearable for reasons. I don't know why. I'm hoping it stays that way, but I get the feeling that there's a lot more to it. So whatever they did to the scenes, it's unfortunately caused a bit of interference. Still, for now, we are going, so let's keep ourselves moving forward. But if Zeno was here, then why did he go back all the way to where he found Grace? Anything in here? Yes, there are. Yes, I will take the med injector. Thank you very much. I needed that. Ah, container motorcycle repair kit, sniper rifles, and sniper rifles with attachments. Excellent. So there's another weapon somewhere in our midst. Trust me, Avian. I'm not a techie either. You say you barely understand it and nod your head. So do I. All I did was literally press a few keys. I did not start doing it like most people. Is that the finger from Resident Evil 3? The weapon that was used to take out the Nemesis?
Damn, they brought in the big guns.
It looks like a variation of the railgun that was at the end of Resident Evil 3. Slight spoilers for Resident Evil 3 if you're planning on playing it. Some shotgun shells, some machine gun ammo, some rifle ammo. Okay, well they're giving me plenty of ammo here. Which is a problem, because when the game gives you ammo, it usually means there's something else coming, doesn't it, people? It usually means you're going to find yourself very much in bother. Nice. Meanwhile, I've got 4 pieces of scrap. I can even make rifle ammo, a hand grenade, or shotgun shells. So I've got some backup ammo at least as well, so that's useful. Yeah, you're not wrong, Avian. It usually means they're going to unalive us. Oh, hang on. Auto-save's triggered. Oh, so it's brought us back here. Right, okay, we've now got a shortcut back to the previous safe room. That's not too bad, actually. That comes in handy. Can we get up the stairs? Yes, we can. Okay, what are we going to find up here? Apart from more dead bodies. I feel like I'm about to start singing the Korn song, Dead Bodies Everywhere. Shout out to Queen 3210, who ages ago used that song in a very cool way in a Dishonored video. Go and check it out if you can on her YouTube channel at Queen 3210 over at youtube.com. Oh, that's going to need some kind of crank, isn't it? Yeah, so I need to find the crank not only for the door previously inside, but for that one too. Here we go. Right, there's only one way into there, which I don't like. And there seems to be cover shots as well. So I'm coming back later. I'm going to explore the outside area. Apologies, people. I don't know if this is going to be an important message. Sorry, people. I'll be with you in just a moment. It's not urgent, but at the same time, I needed to answer it. So, do apologise for that, people. Let's take a look outside before we go into that area where there's only one route, because I see a ladder I can shoot down. Meanwhile, what's back here? Boot of the car can be jimmied open by the looks of it. Or the hood, the trunk. Oh, we can just lift it. Excellent, okay. Yeah, no way, no safe way across there, though I do see something down there. So we are going to end up in the sewers at some point. Oh, I guess we do have a way across there, people. Yes, that was an unexpected development. No power, I'm guessing. Yeah, we need some fuel to get in there. Okay. Can we get on board the bus? Nah. That'd be too much of a callback to Resident Evil 2. I wanted to try and use my axe for that, rather than wasting shots, but never mind. If you gotta take your shot, people. So what's up here then? We has a grenade. That's good. And, interesting. Right, a walled-off gas station. So this is another area we need to explore. Oh! Well, that wasn't part of the plan, but never mind. That's probably not a bad idea, actually. No, it's a really good suggestion, actually. That's actually a really good suggestion. Now, the question is he going to turn around at any point? Because if not, I'm going to have to go back the other way. Knowing my luck, I'll think, right, fine, he's not going to move. I'll turn back around and then he'll turn. See me. I'm not really sure that's very quiet. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's better than some ways, but it's not exactly quiet throwing someone to the ground and then decapitating them with an axe. Haru Kimura would be very, very happy with that. She'd be all over that strategy. I also like the fact that they've disguised the yellow boxes of crates by making them like just regular boxes rather than having yellow tape absolutely everywhere. I don't mind the yellow tape thing, by the way, but a lot of people seem very triggered by it for some reason. Oh, you don't have to coat everything in yellow paint. We're not babies. Me. Anything that can help the player navigate the game is a good thing. We got some scrap. Yes, I'm playing this possibly a bit too slowly for you all, but it's nice to be able to have a chance to see where we're going. I think he's down for the count for now. But for now, it's not good enough. There's the old herb ice cream, which was a Easter egg in Resident Evil 2 remake. It has all the 4 colours of the herbs. So, red, green, blue, and yellow. All of them are there. Another... Oh, is that gasoline, by any chance? Right, we've found the gas camp. So now we need to be able to get the fuel. Well, we are in a gas station, so it makes sense to use it here. But that could be a trick. These games like to deceive us people. They like to make us believe it's all easy. Some rifle ammo, that's good. Then we got nothing, that's bad. Never mind. You say, yeah, 1 machine gun bullet is better than wasting the pistol ammo. Oh, look. What a surprise.
You must be the town lumberjack.
Yeah. Allow me to introduce myself. I ducked out of the way at the last moment with that. What the hell? Ow. Get off my shoulder. I am Dr. Salvador. By the way, we are, like, standing in the middle of a burning gas station. This is probably not the smartest idea. But to hell with this. I have a chainsaw. I'm having fun. Don't be running away from me. Come on. That'll do. You're next. Probably a wise idea. Yep. And here comes another one. And it looks like one of us has lost our... Oh, shit. On fire. I can't move. And that's because I'm pressing the wrong buttons like an idiot. That's the reason for that. I'm like, I can't move. Why can't I move? Answer, I'm aiming in the wrong place. Oh, I hit spacebar then. Oh, that's awesome though. Okay, that was awesome. If you try fighting a chainsaw, which I did. I was fighting the chainsaw with a chainsaw. But man, that was fun. Okay, that was a death screen. That was amazing. Oh, we got to start all the way back out here again? Come on, seriously? Bruh. All the way back out here? Ugh. That's frustrating. Okay, no big deal. Well, no, the thing is that I've actually used the axe on a chainsaw before. I did it right at the start of the game, Snow. I did it in the hospital. I can only assume that because they've got the, what's its face? They've got the, spike heads. They're like super zombies or something. It's the only thing that suggests that, because I did actually do it earlier in the game. I say it's no big deal. Right, so that's where we obviously get the fuel, but the problem is it sets on fire, so surely that's not gonna work. Also, contrary to popular belief, it's not actually the fuel itself that ignites normally. Normally, whenever you have gasoline fires, it's because the vapor goes up, and that ignites the fuel. Because, bizarrely, gasoline by itself has a really high ignition point. It's something like 400 degrees Celsius. However, it has a very low flash point, and it's the vapors that flash and create the heat that burns. As you can probably tell, I know a little bit about fires because of my job, so that's where I got this information from. Ah, interesting. So I guess this is like an alternate way in. Oh! Seriously? Well, that was annoying. I dropped down a hole, straight into a zombie's leg. My mouth, that's irritating. I'm annoyed by that. That's what you get for chomping on my leg. That's what you get. And no, Snow, I'm not a fireman. I work in insurance. I work with a lot of property insurance. And I've also done a lot of work with what's known as energy insurance, where basically it involves things like oil refineries and gas stations and offshore platforms and things like that. And offshore drills, all that kind of thing. So I kind of know it from that nature of the job, because I've read a lot of adjuster reports. It's the one side of the job that's actually really quite interesting. From a technical point of view, you learn a lot more about some of the risks. Despite that, I'm still the guy with a lot of clutter in my house, which I really need to get rid of. A, because it'll be much nicer as a property to be around, and B, a bit safer. It's part of the reason that you see a lot less usual fires these days. And I say that with clenched teeth, because not every place does it. But quite a lot of properties now are much more up to code in terms of what things go. Can dusty vents be a fire hazard? Well, technically they could be, because they could allow collection of material that can burn. But the bigger issue with that is it will actually prevent will actually prevent the flow of air. And that might mean if you've got a build-up of chemicals, it won't disperse it very well. It'll also mean potentially you've got more noxious fumes in the event of a fire. So dusty vents, they're not ideal. You sometimes see a lot of places where they haven't been done like that, and they can be at significant risk of grease fire.
Guess. You must be the town lumberjack. Don't mind if I do.
Just checking to make sure there's nobody else there. So that'll help. By getting one of them back here, it'll make things easier. Now, I believe we're going to have to run out the door because they're going to have an explosive fire. Okay, now that we've done that. Get off. Thank you. That was the fire that did that. Wasn't anything else. We'll take a cue here. Okay. Thank you. And here he comes. Sorry, Leon, you're going to have to chance it. Ah, there you are. Number one fire hazard, obviously, in modern properties, it's actually, in terms of fire hazards, in private properties, it's poor performance with smoking materials. Also, in kitchens, people that haven't cleaned out their grease traps, so you get big grease fires. That's a huge reason. And electrical systems are another big part of it as well, for sure. Electrical systems that haven't been rewired are a big problem. There go the blades on the chainsaws, they're dead. But as I say, one of the big ones is people who are like basically smoking in places they shouldn't be, particularly in bed. Smoking in bed is a big part of the problem. And people are just like wake up covered in it. And they obviously burn things that way. And say grease traps in commercial buildings are a big problem. If you ever look in kitchens, you always see the big ventilation systems above stoves. One of the big ones I often see are where the traps have basically not been emptied out. And it only takes a minor grease fire, like someone overcooking using a wok or something. And before you know it, the entire building's an inferno. As for fire by lightning, Snow, that's an interesting question. In terms of commonality, I've not got any actual stats for it, but you more often than not find lightning and fire sharing a very similar part of insurance perils. And it's mainly because they are like an electrical fire. They can literally burn up very quickly. And they have a spark of energy, because in order for something to burn, it needs ignition and it needs fuel. And once you've got heat, fuel, and oxygen, that's where you get the fire. With lightning, it can quite easily create all three in one moment, because it splits the air, generating oxygen. It's extremely high heat point right in the center of the lightning bolt, and that will also count as an ignition point, because it's got a spark. So it does everything you need to generate heat, fuel, and oxygen. One of the big reasons that some people are moving away or afraid of getting into an electric car is because a lot of the time, fire services are finding them almost impossible to put out. Because the fires, the cars basically just burn, and they burn eternally. Well, according to the fire triangle, the answer there, Snow, would be no, but I think a lot of it depends on the type of fire. Like, for example, there are some fires where you need to have specialist, like, cool gels, but essentially the fire triangle rule is that once you take away heat, fuel, or oxygen, the fire will not burn. Decapitation, very nice. That's the reason it's called the triangle, because you put all three to, you pull one of the three apart and the triangle falls in on itself. Not always though, but 99% of the time it does. Let's say certain electrical fires are a good example. They technically don't have any oxygen burning in them, but because they've got a constant fuel and a constant heat, they can generate enough by splitting the air around them. Right, we're going to chance what's inside the truck, people. Are we going to get ambushed? Well, we really only get the sun's rays. We really get the sun's rays. To be fair, we get it from light, so it's not. While it generates heat, and well, the sun's incredibly hot. But in terms of that, it's got a constant fuel source until it burns out. Hence why stars, much like the sun, can supernova. Once they run out of fuel, that's it. They implode in on themselves. And realistically, that should take many, 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 many millennia. After all, we've existed for thousands of years, and I'm not really familiar with one going supernova. This isn't really the kind of like topic you'd expect to come up in the middle of a Resident Evil stream, is it? Talking about fire safety and talking about the ecology of space and everything else. But we are dealing with the infected. We are in a place like that. And yes, Avian, Sephiroth's theme, exactly. They're the ones that have got the really, and I don't think they can be killed as easily. I don't think you can stealth kill these. And he's getting a bit too close for comfort on his route. Come on, come on. Get closer. Yes, you can. Unfortunately, there comes a point where you have to... try and get away from them. I wonder if the Resident Evil 4 tactical work here. If you can lure them out of the zone. And they go back on their route. This was a thing from Resident Evil 4 where you could technically leave their zone and it kind of messes up with their AI. Not entirely works, but I might be able to use it for a snipe shot. Oh, I missed that one, damn it. Okay, that went better than it should have. That went much better than it should. That should not have gone so well. I will settle for that. Oh wow, this is painfully slow to reload that rifle. Right, I think it might be a wise... Oh, hello. I didn't see you. That was awesome. Extra health is always a good thing, because I can now... not that. There we go. How much fuel have we got left in this? Well, it just says fuel with container with fuel inside. That's all it says. Right, that's giving me an auto save, but I don't want an auto save. I want a manual save. I mean, I've not seen many chemical fires, Snow, so I want to be cautious on discussing that one. If it is based on fire reports, I mean, I have to say, with chemical fires, they're not that common. You don't really see them very often. The only time you really see them is usually as a result of accidents, either spills or if you've had like vehicles carrying them collide with other vehicles, and it's done enough to ignite it. So it's why they usually have like explosive signs and other things on the containers, because quite frankly they are that dangerous. It's why you often need special licenses for carrying that kind of thing as well. Usually you can't carry certain chemicals without an explosives license, and it's because of the fact that you, even if you're carrying it for benign reasons, you're carrying an explosive material, and that therefore has a significant set of responsibilities and a significant requirement of know-how. Meanwhile, we've got cashing in. Nice. So we've got quite a lot of credits now. So the question here is... I mean, I can get the body armor repaired. That could come in handy, actually. Reduce our damage. Ammo's not so bad at the moment. In terms of weaponry, I mean, I've already upgraded the pistol a little bit. I can upgrade the durability of the axe for 3,000, which is probably a good idea. Meanwhile, I mean, that's for comparing the weapons. You can see that the one I've got, you see, that's better in almost every. In fact, the only way that that one's better is the ammo capacitor. That's literally it. Whereas this pistol, on the other hand. Okay, the shotgun even. See the difference there? It's got more stability, it's got more power. And it has more shots. So that's more worth it to me. Insurance frauds. I have to be careful in what I say here, because I have come across insurance fraud, Snow. I don't like to discuss that publicly, because it's very easy for people to latch onto information and give it a go, which is the last thing we want. But I will say, yes, I have encountered insurance fraud, and it's incredible what people will sometimes try to make a claim that's not valid go through. I've seen all sorts of weird stupidity happen in my time. I mean, I won't go into the specifics of it, but let's just say I know of a home insurance claim from about 20 years ago, so it's long been debunked, this, and it's in the public domain to my knowledge, which involved a very odd use of a pet to try and claim for something they're not supposed to be able to claim for. I won't say any more than that because I don't want to inspire anybody to give it a go, or for anyone to think, oh well, I know what they did wrong, and then use the same mechanics. But I've seen everything from items that never existed to items which have been vastly inflated to even geographical reasons. Fraud is fraud, and people will try anything they can to get away with a claim. And the problem with that, of course, is that those people who have got genuine claims, they're the ones who suffer because they get their claims put under extra scrutiny. And a lot of the time, realistically, we shouldn't be doing that. I like nothing more than being able to go into a file and go, yeah, okay, this has happened, really unfortunate. Your policy governs you, let me get this expert involved and let's get you sorted out. That's what I like to do in my job. I don't like having to go further and probe and make people feel like they're committing something wrong by using a service they paid for. You know, if I imagine you're using your internet browser and then you get a lot of pop-ups saying, why are you using this to use this program? Why are you doing it that way? I'd hate it. So I don't know why there's this presumption that insurers do everything they can to not pay a claim. Far from the truth. We often try to find cover rather than find a reason to deny a claim. Because quite frankly, you paid for the service. So we should be helping you use it. And you've chosen an interesting time to arrive here, Rose. Didn't see you. Yes, you've arrived in the middle of me talking about the positive aspects of my job and the bits I don't really like. Get your grievances out, people. R/Tales from the employment line. What is it you love about your job? What is it you hate about your job? This can be your safe space catharsis. Unleash hell. Well, within reason. Ooh, a stacked hand grenade. Nice! So it's double the grenades, double the explosion. Okay, I like that. We have a double hand grenade. But yes, as I say, I'm just glad that I'm able to at least play this tonight, because unfortunately the update initially crippled it. Oh, that's the best kind, Rose. If your job is literally like seeing a friend and it's something you can get that kind of camaraderie from, that's fantastic. If you find a job you love, you'll never work another day in your life, is an old cliche. To which I say, bollocks. Whether you like your job or not, of course you're working. You know what I mean? What are you on about? Right, these zombies, unfortunately, are not going to turn around. They're not going to turn around, are they? Sorry about that. Yeah, Rosie, you say you had a oopsie last night stopping you using photo mode. I'm sorry to hear that. There's nothing worse than finding you can't use a feature in a game for reasons elsewhere. That is the beauty of that. We can snipe the enemy. I don't like the fact there's a, yeah, if you see here, do you see the sand? This uneven sand? That tells me there are zombies coming out of the ground any moment. I'm calling that now. And that's why that's there. Yeah, they're called out of there as well. I think one of them's got a big axe of some kind. Nice! Oh, yes! That was awesome! We actually have an execution move. That is fantastic. That was brilliant. Thank you very much. That was so cool. Being able to stick the shotgun in the mouth and literally blow their head off. Get ready to be attacked, people. Oh, no, more shotgun shells. Awesome. Right, one moment. And a message as auto block that shouldn't be. I mean, I'm going to allow your message, Snow. However, I do have to say that it's not like gambling. That's not how it works. Ultimately, insurance, I can't speak for the country you're in, but any insurer worth the salt will sell a policy that's designed to give you cover. It's not designed so... In fact, you'll find that if an insurer deliberately makes a policy difficult to use, they're actually setting themselves up for some serious problems. Because, ultimately, as a consumer, you're not an expert, and if anyone's trying to take advantage of you in a financial environment, they're going to be severely compromised in terms of any defense to that. So, I actually will be surprised if that's the way it's done. Now, that's auto-saved, so before we go here, I'm going to quickly go back to the street and find out what's there. So, how does it feel to be home, Rose, back in Raccoon City? Well, I mean, the hospitality is no different to how it was, is it? Everyone wants to take a chunk out of me. Everyone's decided, yes, we're going to have you for lunch. And you know what? They feel that way because they can. Hello, what's this? More handgun ammo, thank you very much. Right, that's convenient. We've now got the way back to base camp. So that's where we were before. Okay, that's good. Oh. I'm too used to Resident Evil 2 Remake, where you can push the mouse click to use the typewriter. In this game, you have to use the key instead, and it feels a bit counterintuitive at times. Oh god, yeah, apartment rent back in 1998. I mean, put it this way. When I lived in an apartment in central Manchester in 2009, so 2009, 17 years ago, I was paying the equivalent of about £470 before bills. I would be surprised if the same apartment these days was going for any less than 900, if not 1,000. Because costs of, like, you know, places to live and rent out and mortgages have appreciated in very big ways. Now, this has a very trapped, very contained design to it. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Yeah, I'm in another area here. Well, I think any company, Snow, unless you're a charity, will always need to get some profit because you have to pay for your overheads, you have to pay for your staff, and ultimately you have to pay for the losses. An insurance policy is designed that when it's needed, you can use it. But at the same time, there have been the opposite side of it, where people see it almost like an investment where they're expected to get the money back, so to speak. And that's not entirely how it is. You watch Porn Stars? God damn, isn't that the show where the guy basically goes, best I can do is $20 whenever someone comes to him with a deal? No matter what it is. I got this ultra rare item, best I can do is $20. That's what I remember of that show. That's slightly better. Meanwhile, listen to the sound of something breathing. That's what it is. Yeah, the problem is I've got loads of scrap, but basically the problem I've got with it is I've not got really enough powder. I mean, in terms of ammo, I've got plenty of machine gun ammo, plenty of handgun ammo. And I've got the only one that don't really have enough of possibly is shotgun ammo now, think about it. Yeah, that's what I could do, maybe make some shotgun ammo. Go on and I'll make some shells. There we go. So that's freed up another little bit of space as well. That's a bit more neat, isn't it, people? Right. Okay. A warily suspended ambulance and no other way. I smell a death trap. Okay. Let's get aboard. It's a subway car, actually. It's a metro car. More machine gun ammo. Might as well reload while I've got the chance. Because I get the feeling I'm about to go into a battle. I wasn't aware that Rick had passed away. I knew that the grandfather had, but I didn't think Rick had passed away. Yes. That's where I got on board, I think. I did. The moment we go into this side of the car, something's going to happen. Yeah. We're on the tracks. I don't buy this for a second. I think... Oh, look. Check it out. We have a zombie. Can it detect the light, is the question. Because if it can't, I might be able to sneak up on it. Nope. Or maybe I can. One behind me, I can hear it. There he is. Okay, I was going to say I thought that was wrong. You know, we all misremember things at times. It's nothing to worry about. You misremember something, you misremember it. What they call the old Mandela effect. That one. Because for some reason, many people believe Nelson Mandela died in the 80s, which is not true. It's interesting, this game, because it's almost like they've gone for a best of. And I say that in many ways it reminds me of RE6, especially with some of the characters that are included. However, it's not quite made the same mishaps that RE6 made. Yeah, maybe that was the prevalent theory of the Mandela effect, actually, Snowbeaver. That if you remembered things in a different way, you'd crossed over from a parallel universe. It was like the book, the Berenstein Bears versus the Berenstain Bears. And I never read either of those books, so I can't comment on that personally. But apparently that was a big source of debate as to which was the right one, and I'm guessing, yeah, I was right. We have to go in here. Oh, look. Another Mr. Raccoon. Oh, no. Oh, fuck off. Sod right off. If that fucking spider is back, I'm going to be pissed off. Still, I found a use for the submachine gun. It's good for the little spiders. Decent rate of fire. Decent capacity of ammo. Picks through them quite quickly. I said, no, actually, oddly enough, I never played Resident Evil 6. So I heard so much about it that was maligned. And it didn't help that at the time, it was heavily focused on... it was because it was heavily focused on QTE, and I can't stand QTE. QTE is my least favourite thing in the world. I despise QTE. Oh, well, if that weapon's not... Oh! Right. I'm not so sure I should carry on down. Oh, there is a cache of... I'm going to regret this. I'm going to regret this, I know I am. Well, say the QTE era began in the year, well, 2000 actually, when Yu Suzuki unleashed Shenmue on the world. And for some reason, every game had to have it. RE4 OG. The QTE in that was so obnoxious. Not only for the button mashing, not only for the fact you sometimes had to switch to 2 different inputs after button mashing, but the fact that it would happen in a cutscene. You're watching a cutscene and suddenly if you don't push 2 buttons at the right time, you die. It was seen as this whole way to make the game immersive, and it wasn't. All it did was serve to cheaply kill the player, and we all hated it. Now, the yellow paint, on the other hand, it's interesting that... Oh, there had to be one. Oh, wow, critical headshot. Well, that was unexpected. Please, stay down. Ah, so we can go through here if we want. But there was also a way back here. Oh, go on then, Rose. You say you got a good question for me. What have you got? Bearing in mind that I am trying to pay attention to 4 different things at once, but that's okay, because that's the life of a streamer. If we ended up back in the Spanish village where the Ganados were, it'd be interesting, because the island was blown up, apparently. However, we never saw that, did we? We never saw the full destruction of the island. So we can go back through here, so that's good. It's not a case of one and done. Because that's one of my peeves with these kind of games sometimes. They can force you into a one and done scenario. Oh, well, Snow, I mean, that's an example of a real kick in the dick right there. You think you're watching a cutscene, you take a quick break, your character dies, you have to do a boss fight again. I mean, at the very least, there should have been a checkpoint back to before the QTE. You know, that's what it should have been there. There should have been a checkpoint to give you that refund to say, right, now I can carry on, if you know what I mean. The fact they didn't do that is very, very sloppy form. And it's the kind of thing that happens, unfortunately. Right, I'll save over you. Oh, no. How undrinkable is that going to be, people? I think I'm going to leave that be. However, just to give you an idea, how appropriate is that? My mug for tonight. I think I'm going to leave that coffee and switch to the water. It's over an hour old. That coffee is going to be minging. But it's not going to be the worst coffee in the world. We still don't speak of it, do we, Avian? Might as well get that back to brand new just because I can. So I've got 38,000 points now, so I could always upgrade the guns, but I'm in that zone of not upgrade them just yet. I want to be able to get a really, really good upgrade. So for now, we'll carry on as we are. We've only just saved after all. I don't know, it can be bad if it's not mouldy. Trust me. Again, if you were there for the first 24-hour stream when I did Crisis Core, there was a coffee forfeit in it. And it was the nastiest coffee ever. That'd be an interesting death battle actually, that Rose. You know, when that channel was still a thing, the death battle thing. Mr. X versus Mr. Mendez. Now, why do I feel like I've gone the wrong way here? I haven't, but I feel like I have. Aha. That's why. Yeah, this was the way I came before, because the two zombies are dead. Or at least they should have been. Yeah, Mr. Mendez versus Mr. X, and then Nemesis shows up to wrap the power of them. As long as it's the OG Nemesis from the PlayStation 1 game, because Nemesis from the remake was... how can I put it? Disappointing. He's got no head, so he shouldn't be... oh, hello. Someone with an axe. Oh! Is that an instant kill? No, it's not. I'm quite surprised. I'm quite surprised that wasn't an instant kill. I'm actually really surprised. I like the fact that he's got... I mean, like, that axe went all the way through. How does that heal by itself? You know, the wound is clearly there. Surely that's going to, like, go gangrene and he's not going to be able to use his arm. But nope. Video games logic says otherwise. Might as well make some more ammo while I can. So this is the thing, I've got a decent set of ammo, like my machine gun's got loads of ammo for it. So maybe I should use it more often. In fact, speaking of using it more often... yeah, got it. He seems to surprisingly do a decent job, the machine gun. Ah, so there's some mods to give you, like, the Resident Evil 4 key item sound. That's pretty cool. Right. We're going up to the highway again. Into daylight. Take a look around us. Haven't I already been here, right? This is right at the start of the game. I thought it was. I was like, I'm sure I've been here before. But we didn't go down here, I don't think. Or did we? Is that where our Porsche is? Yeah, it is. Our Porsche should be back here. Well, I'm amazed I'm able to get all the way back here, but the question is, why? Yeah, can we just go home? Can we just get in the car and go home? Meanwhile... So there's an interest. ND equals 9642. Whatever that's an Easter egg to. But All or Nothing. Album by Pennywise. All or Nothing. See, I can't go through there. There's an invisible wall. Look at all that empty space back there I just can't use. I mean, the car could be stolen, but aside from Zeno, who's going to steal it, Rose? Who's in town that's going to steal a Porsche now? Well, Grace, maybe, I suppose. There's Grace and there's Zeno, and that's it. Who else is there? Have you seen my son? No idea who that is. Sorry. Garbage truck. So I've been able to go all the way back here. And I don't quite understand why. I'm pretty sure I cleaned this place out earlier. Might as well check it while I'm here. You never know, you could have missed something. Map says no, but in the hotel there are some shotgun shells apparently that were missed. Question is, can I get into the Can I get into the hotel? Oh, hello. There's now a Zomble here. They weren't here before. Yeah, here we go. Here come the Zombles. All right. One down. Interesting, you actually missed that file, did you? The Have You Seen My Son? Well, that's interesting, Snow. I'm quite surprised by that. Also, look at the way he's finished up after I shot his head off. That's an unexpected ending. That's not the way I would have expected him to end up, to be honest. Right, okay. So, with that in mind then, I wonder if there's anywhere new to explore in here. Yeah, it appears to be on the other side, and there's also a container through the door as well. Right, okay. So this is a reason to come back here then, people. Ah, right, it's through the next room. Okay. That's fine. That's okay. We just picked up some scrap as well, which is nice. And there's the shotgun shells. Ah. So it's back out on the street somewhere. Well, for now it's not. Let's see what happens next on that front. On that front there, Rose. Oh, you imbecile. Of course this is where it is. Oh, charm for sniper rifles. Increases firepower only when the scope is not equipped. So it increases firepower, but you can't use it as a sniper rifle. Then what's the point? Normally you'd have the optic on top and look underneath the optic to use the iron sights. And we got a tracking module legendary. I probably just massively dated myself with that reference. If I haven't, yay! But I think I have. Create some room by getting some ammo. Well, I've still got some in backup, so that's kind of useful. Excellent. Okay. Right. Is there anything else on the map here that I can see? Doesn't look like it. Yes, there is some hidden ammo in the building I can't get into because the hotel is cut off. So I guess we got to go back the way we came, people. After all that. Yeah, I can see that. You choose either a more powerful regular rifle or a sniper rifle. For me, the sniper rifle's been really useful because it's been good to just, like, get into the center of the town, if you know what I mean, and not have to worry too much. You know, if you're actually able to see the enemy in advance, you can do quite a lot with it. And that's all. It's also nice to have that.
Every day.
That night, I was just a kid. Scared and confused. I imagine Grace must feel the same right now.
Sure.
Sorry. This isn't the time. We need to focus.
Right. Question. Seems it's on this way, the relay. So we'll go down through here. We'll go through here because it seems that the relay's on the map in this direction. Yeah, up the stairs. Here we go. So... Right. I can't get that one, can I? And if I go back here, I've not got all the parts I need. Yep. Contaminated area. I mean, out here's contaminated enough with all the zombies and everything else, but okay, fine. I guess we'll do something else. Alright, might as well cash in this module while I can. Nice, so we got 50,000 credits now, so that's pretty cool. That's very true, actually. Yes, you could always use it depending on the circumstances. You're probably not wrong there, actually, Snow. That's a very good point. Very good way of thinking about it. You know, it's the adaptive approach. Which way do we take it? Right, so we need to get the signal receiver, which... Oh, and there's a crank slot in there. Right. Let's see if we can get into it. Oh, actually, that's a fair point. If I remember, there's a place up here that needed fuel. And if it's not here, it's further down. Yeah, there it is. Cool that you got a bonus, but at the same time, annoying that you've got to immediately use it on something. But at least you've got the funds to do so. That's the key. It's better to have the money there now and use it when you need it. So my week's been very, very busy, Rose, but that's okay. Oh, we've got no fuel left. So we need to get more fuel. Need to get back into the gas station then. More machine gun ammo, a hand grenade. And then crucially, we have a zip line that takes us across the buildings. Ah. Okay. Okay.
Alright, I can use that.
Well, if the fuel didn't run out for you, Snow, I can't... Unless that's a new feature of the patch, maybe. Because I say there was a patch that dropped today. If they've actually made the game harder, I'll be very annoyed, because a lot of people have platinumed this game already. And I'm not saying these people have no lives either, because I know people who got the game after I did. I think it's just the game in the way its mechanics works. But check out those books, Avian. They survived the apocalypse. And also check out, a bleeding printer has managed to survive as well. Oh, what's with the bin? Oh, we found some scrap in the bin. I'll be honest, that's the most realistic pickup I've ever seen. Finding scrap in a bin. Yes. That's usually what you find in bins. Scrap, junk, rubbish. Oh, hello. I spy an enemy here. Well, he's not got up, so I'm assuming he's not alive. But I don't like assuming. There's an old phrase, when you assume, you make an ass of you and me. I also haven't gone down into that route where I could jump down earlier, so there's a couple of places I can find from here. But yeah, you can see the light, the save icon has just activated. I can't do anything to remove those boards, oddly enough. Right, let's stay central for a second, just to see if we can get a view on the area. Right, that looks like a dead end. So I get the feeling we have to go up. Oh yeah, absolutely, Snow. It's definitely one of the things to bear in mind. And so if the fuel running out is an inconvenience, it's an inconvenience. Yes, I agree. And well, people not cleaning up after animals has been a problem for years, Rose. And unfortunately, it's not going away anytime soon because it seems enforcement is incredibly inconsistent. I'm ruining Leon's knees, by the way, with the way I'm playing this game. Have you ever tried crouching and walking like that long term? Have you ever tried it, people? I wouldn't recommend it. I really wouldn't. Your knees will hate you. Or they'll snap on you. One or the other. I did that on purpose because I wanted to see if I'd lure anything out. And the music's changed as well. And that wall looks like it's very bustable. That looks like a very bustable wall. Oh really, Rose? I never knew that. So Roger Clark hurt his knees doing capture for Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, obviously motion capture acting is very, very labour intensive. Right. So I'm gonna go back through here. I'm gonna find out what's in this room. I've decided. So I'm too busy trying to see around corners. And I'm interrupting the flow of the game. Yeah, after all that, there's nothing. So, one moment, people. Apologies, I just had something happen on my system. I do apologise. It's okay. Oh. Now my chat has gone a bit wonky. But did I play the original what, Rose? The original of which game? I don't like the angle of this. This can be a very Uncharted feeling to it. This makes me think of Uncharted in a bad way. This is very disorientating. And the interesting thing in here is... Oh, come on. Seriously? Bruh. So, anybody out there who's afraid of heights, this game hates you. This game really hates you. Almost as much as I hate the bot who's just gone into my chat. Get out. I will kill you with extreme prejudice. Be gone. No, I didn't play Red Dead Redemption, no. I was tempted to play it when it appeared briefly in the PS Plus catalogue. Except... it was just a bit too big. It was a game that seemed to rely a lot on other things. And in terms of... DK64 reference, I'd hope not, but then again, you never know. This is... I'll give them props with the way they've done the camera angles here. The camera angles are really disorientating.
Damn it.
Yeah, that way is not going to work.
I need to figure out how to get over there.
Yes, we do, Leon. That we do. Parry the bot with a hatchet. Yes, that would be quite nice to be able to do that, but unfortunately, I don't have a hatchet that goes into the system to be able to do that. It's just not something I have as available, to say the least. Right, that's a definite no. There appears to be a zipline cable. Well, I can't get to it. Can't climb up there. Yeah, there's nothing to shoot up there. Oh, hang on. Hello, what's this? I mean... yay, I guess. Is there ever a point where Leon just wants to say, I'm too old for this shit? Oh. I don't like the look of this. Those two boxes look very, very, very convenient. I spy a death puzzle here, which will involve being on the right side of the tracks at the right time. Either that, or we've got to use them to push something else in. I don't like this at all. That's way too convenient.
Oh,
Anybody call? It's interesting, though, that it gave the longest to dodge one first. I'm quite surprised by that. Oh! Crouch. Crouch. Don't apply a load of pressure now. Oh! Oh, nice! Ah, right, okay, no, it wasn't anything to do with DK64, but that is pretty cool that that's actually a thing. Oh! It shot mine out as well. Whoops. Oh, that was unfortunate. Okay, lesson learned. They must have been connected. That's the answer to that one. That's a very... reminds me in a way of the... ice in Batman Arkham City, this. Yes, we're aware. Go away. Ah, so it blows out all of it. Hang on, he's fine. He's landed on his feet. He's landed on his feet. What do you mean he's dead? Look at him. He's fine. What do you mean he's dead? He's landed on his feet. What do you mean he's dead? You can see him right there. He's perfectly fine. Might just be me. He's fine. I get the feeling you're not supposed to be looking down when that happens. I get the feeling that's why that does the way it does. Which is okay. It's fine. It's just that it's quite funny. That's all. Please don't do that pop-up. I'm sick of it. Trying to see a way through first, and I'm not seeing one. Ow. I was hoping to be able to parry one of them, but it wasn't going to work. Ah, that's annoying. You can't stand on a stone ledge there. And that's not the way down. I thought it would have been. Oh, come on. So that was the one that broke it. Well, again, you can see it again right there. It seems inconsistent, but it's probably not, on where you can shoot the grass and can't. Because you see there were points where I only shot one panel, and there were points where I shot 4. That's okay. Yes, I just want that to go away. I'm sick of it. It shouldn't play every time you continue. Every time you continue, that shouldn't play. That's poor design. I don't like the way that they do that, where they grab them from behind. It's kind of difficult to do anything about them. That worked. Right, evidently the mechanic here is that you can't actually shoot them. They're invincible. Which is poor design. Either that or they're just bullet sponges. That enemy took way more to kill than it should have. Still, we managed it, so that's okay. See, I would have actually just stood on that ledge if I was Leon. Big solid concrete ledge. I just stood on that. The concrete ledge would have done enough. So now we're in the half-sentient weapon-carrying enemies, which is getting a bit more, as I say, more Resident Evil 4. Which is, again, it's nothing unusual. Nothing we've seen. I say it could be because of the armor. The armor possibly makes sense. The good news is that they were susceptible to the rifle shot, so that was useful. And that's got all the machine gun. Oh, 10 shots. It was a full drum, like the kind you saw in the Chicago typewriter. Here, you got a full drum machine gun. Oh, actually, you've only got 10 shots. It's like, really? Seriously? Right, this has got conflict written all over it again, to me. I'm thinking a bit too military, I think. Well, let's combine them just because I can. Huh? Why not? Why can't I combine 2 green herbs together? Oh. I was looking at the wrong icon, that's why. I'm there, I'm like, why can't I do that? Oh, now I know why. Right, I don't think there's any easy way to avoid this, so let's just get in here and see what happens. Because again, this has got close, contain, conflict, battle written all over it.
Okay, let's find those detonator parts.
I didn't see it live, but I saw it in the replay, actually, Rose. Because at the time, I was essentially I was having an issue where I thought my cutscenes weren't playing properly.
Okay, one component left. By the way, I found some evidence of the Pentagon putting pressure on the BSAA. It appears the North American branch has been moving independently.
Heard they had an internal dispute. Think it's related?
That's all I've got. There's been an increase in government surveillance. Looks like my fan base is growing.
Some things never change. Watch your back. I'll contact you again soon.
Okay, we found a safe room. So I went from this place being conflict written all over it to one of the few places that's safe in the game. It could have been worse, I suppose. Nice, so we got 60,000, so we can actually upgrade our weapons at some point, but I'm at the point where I don't really know what I want to do. I will repair the body armor, that's something I will do. It's nice to have options, as they say. I need to stop doing that. Stop pressing the left mouse to activate the save point. It's not Resident Evil 2 Remake. I need to stop doing it. Oh, that's just locked. Okay. Right, in that case then, we gotta go this way. So let's do it. We're having some success here tonight. We've had a couple of deaths. Mostly through me being a clot and not being able to follow Hans Gruber's advice properly. I want you to shoot the glass. Well, I shot the glass alright. I shot the wrong glass. And that's, I'm probably playing this game a lot slower than most streamers. Which is odd, because I played Resident Evil 4 like a proper do it as fast as possible, but not this time. So now we can see the wide open Raccoon City, and that's it. There are a lot of buildings that are intact, given the type of bomb that went off here. It must be said. No, it didn't cut the stream out. It's just that basically what I didn't realise was I was having some problems with the thing anyway. And then I forgot that the cutscenes are not ultra wide. So I was seeing black bars. I was just seeing a black on my preview. What I was seeing was the edge of the pillar box. I only realised it afterwards. So I was there panicking that my stream had like failed to capture, and it wasn't. It was just that I'd got my setup in the wrong place. But we've only got the one part left to find now, so we should, be with any luck, be able to start moving a bit further in. Ooh, what's this? Oh.
That'll get me down.
Yes, it will, but first... Oh, what the f... Damn it! I accidentally hit Q instead of W. Idiot. I don't think they're going to react to shots. I think I've got to actually push the buttons. Are there any other zombies that I can see ahead of time? Doesn't look that way. Oh, wait, there's you. So if you can take an enemy out safely, do it. It's not the coward's way of playing people. I mean, it's quite possible I could have got up to them and axed them, but being able to rifle them before they even became a threat is pretty useful. Yeah, you can hear them. But I like the fact that you've got the option to listen out for the sounds and everything else. That's pretty damn cool. That sounds like a... Yeah. We've had an enemy transmogrify, I believe. Whether it's on this floor or not, I don't know. Can't see sign of it, but I can hear it. I know it's there. I know there's one up here. I can see him with the big, like, axe kind of weapon or the hammer. Hey, I am concerned about the quality of the stream, so... I mean, for me, it's playing fine, but I've no idea how it's coming out for all of you, so I can only apologise if there's a quality drop. Yeah, I see it all right. I'm not going to be able to get to all three of them, damn it. If I can get rid of even one of them, it'll be helpful. The only thing that might work here is if he starts turning left now, I might be able to do it if I'm quick. Nope, never mind. We had enemies dropping from above. Enemies are like, here, let us get involved. I thought that was an enemy about to stealth kill me then. I don't know what that trophy was, unfortunately I was too busy looking at my screen. Oh, you tried to throw that at a wall and you missed. Well, you didn't miss the wall, but you missed me. Goodbye. Not bad. Okay, that could have been done better, but, you know. We managed to do what we needed to. So I have no idea how that came out for you all, so again, I can only apologise if the quality was poor. I can't do anything about it, unfortunately, because it seems that since the update, the performance has kind of dropped a bit. And when I tried using customized settings to cut it down, yeah. System didn't like it very much. As my video on YouTube shows, it just made Leon look incredibly ugly. Uh-oh. Yeah, you can have that back, mate. I don't want it. So yes, this definitely has that very over-the-top, in-your-face insanity kind of feel. And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Yep, I had a feeling someone would be coming. No? All done? So that's it. Trial's over. Okay. And it's on to the voting time. It's odd, he'll jump down sometimes, but not the others. Oh, what the hell? So, I mean, he'll jump down sometimes, but not all the time. They'll come for me eventually. Look, I know you're out there, so you might as well come and fight me. Come on. I know you're here, I can hear you. Ah, finally. There we go. Not bad, eh? So if you can throw the weapons, you can do a load of damage. Seems to be one of the more broken... Well, I don't want to say broken, but stronger mechanics in the game. The way they get stunned from it. For the axe kill. And I like that. I like the fact we have the option. Nice try, matey. Very, very nice try. Oh, put that down. So the one time I need to swing the weapon, it won't let me do it. That's annoying. There we go. I say they definitely made him someone who's, I won't say unstoppable, but he's definitely a character who's been through that much nonsense now. He's just like, I'm done with this. I remember a meme that I saw before this game came out, and the meme was playing as Grace, survival horror. Playing as Leon, survival horror for everybody else. Well, I mean, the thing is, like, you have to remember that he'd already been through this in Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 6. You know, we'd seen him, like, running up walls and doing backflips over laser beams. We'd seen him piloting a helicopter one-handed and then basically using a QTE shot to be able to, you know, start going after his next prey. It's nothing new with Leon. We've seen it before. So if anyone complained about it, they've kind of not played Leon in Resident Evil before. His transition from Resident Evil 2 to Resident Evil 4 is still one of the most ridiculous things ever. And to see that turned up higher for Requiem, only kind of... it's only natural, really. If anything, I'd be disappointed if he suddenly started being all, oh, I don't know what I'm doing anymore, I don't want to do this. I'd be like, no, that's not who you are. You're the guy who jumps in, cracks one-liners, pisses off the enemy while doing it, and shoots them all in the face. You know, that's part of your charm. Ah, I think I need to slide down there. So there must be a way to slide down. So I'm there, I'm like thinking, where the hell do I go? Answer, there. And now we have a crank handle.
Now for the other side.
Okay, so we need to do that again. I'm guessing we go this way. Yeah, he's just Leon, the badass rookie cop turned into, well, shit poster half the time, to be honest. Half the times, the way Leon interacts with the enemy, you think he's almost shit posting. That's a one-way trip. You had an ad for the Skate 3 game. Wasn't that game released like a decade ago? And I say that the Neversoft Tony Hawk's games were fantastic, Rose Dragon. Although I must admit, the 1-2 remake was awesome. I didn't get the 3-4 remake because they took away the open-ended goals of Tony Hawk 4. And that was the whole point of that game, that it wasn't tied to you have 2 minutes to do everything. It was a case of being able to navigate your own way. Hey, check it out. That's good news. We're back here. Disney skating adventure. Yay! We can now collect an item. We can now collect an item from the item box. Oh no way! It's Claire. Little Claire Redfield increases bullet penetration for handguns. Oh, that's so cool. So where is it is the question. Oh, hang on, it says from the supply box, but it's not here. Is that something that's tied to Grace's game? I wonder. Either way, we got it, so that's cool. Right, so we do have to go this way. It is our only route, so let's take it on board. Yep, can't sharpen my axe, so my hatchet. So that's definitely prepared. I did actually see, speaking of this game, I saw a funny cosplay in, online, I think it was on Reddit, where someone was cosplaying the older Leon, as we know him now, holding a tube of Colgate, saying he's got a present for, Gideon. Which I thought was the kind of shitpost Leon would do, actually, so it made sense. So that was a great shot. Oh, damn it, missed him. Shit. Didn't miss that one. No, that's the point, Snow. It wouldn't be. I mean, as I say, I laughed at it, but as someone who's recently had a lot of work done on their teeth, I know full well that you need to do a lot more than that sometimes. Yep, here they come. Looks like they might have a weapon as well. That sounded like the axe broken, but it didn't. Huh? There we go, that's better. Oh, that's pretty awesome. You must have obviously got the Requiem jacket then. That's amazing, Rose. That's so cool. So it's always nice when you talk to someone who's like, nice jacket, and you start having a good conversation. It's always cool. When people are just chill. It's an art that seems to have died away. The art of being chill and people having fun. It seems we're not very good at that anymore. Not this time, pal. Time my breathing for that shot. Well, I did. Leon didn't. So it seems that my rifle approach is working pretty well. Which is odd, because I'm not normally a rifle kind of guy. I don't normally go for the rifle. I hear you, but where are you? I know you're out there. On the other side of the wall. Yeah, this is a very guided video game kind of well, isn't it? I heard you. What the hell? I had full health. I mean, that's a grotesque way to go, but I was definitely much higher health than that. That shouldn't have taken me out. And there was no QTE to avoid it either. That's a bit cheap. Well, I don't know if it was cheap, actually. It might have been fine. Yeah, I'm not a fan of areas that just massively, like, you know, crowd the player. I'm really not a fan of it. Oh yeah, through the door. I was thinking, hang on, I'm not all the way back here, am I? And then I just remembered where I was. Yeah, but they shouldn't do full health without any kind of warning. That's just poor. That also, it took a lot of shots. I agree. I'm not happy about that. And so this is where the game should have adaptive difficulty. That was in his head. I don't know how that missed him. Must have hit the rebar. Just trying to see if there's any more zombies that I can get in shot from here. Doesn't look like it. Hit it up. The genius of this is it's actually taking the heads off and stopping them from being able to remorph back into the enemies they were. Oh, armor's been upgraded, so that could come in handy. In terms of a weapon, I don't remember getting shot, so getting more ammo from my Requiem, but I might as well reload that while I got the chance. I wonder if that's been given to me because of the deaths, maybe. See, the Requiem's a great gun. There's just one problem with it. You can't really use it. You don't want to forget about the food. You don't want to do that. Absolutely not. Get it down you. You don't want to be. You don't want that into like that. Will you please don't drop any spoilers in the chat about unlocks and everything else. Please don't do that. I'm not the only person to have not played the game. Just trying to see if I can take this enemy's head off. Stop it turning into a zombie, but I can't. Yeah, it won't let me do it. Damn it. That's irritating. That's really, really annoying. That is so frustrating that I could literally do that and that would have been do that way. Okay, memo to me. Run up behind them before they turn. That made a huge difference, that. Uh-oh, I hear a chainsaw. I see a chainsaw too. Yeah, okay, not messing around here. This is cheap as fuck. Just fucking die! Oh, fuck off! How many Requiem shots did I hit on him? And grenades. And shotgun shots. I absolutely unloaded on him, Dan. I absolutely unloaded on him. He should have died much earlier than that. I threw loads of grenades. I hit him with shotgun shells. I hit him with the Requiem. If this carries on, I'm turning it down to easy. I am not losing because of bullet sponges. No, reload. I'm not having that. Do a quick reload. That's an easy way around that situation. I don't mind the challenge, but when the challenge is from because they just make enemies nonsense bullet sponges, that's not difficulty. That's not challenge. That's not balanced. It's nonsense. There you are. Oh, I missed him, damn it. That was a poor shot. Question is, maybe... Okay, good. Hey, Queen, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, you're at a point where the enemies are really being cheap. And I mean, super cheap. Right, I've wasted too many shots, so I'm reloading that. Ooh, Pokemon Randomizer, that's an interesting one. Well, won't Nintendo come after you for modding their game illegally if you do that? I thought Nintendo don't like anyone messing around with the games and modding them. Actually, while I'm here, a fair point. Can upgrade that. Pokemon's a series I never got into. Oh, no, it's not. Surely it's not going to get the FBI involved. And I say this game should have adaptive difficulty. It should be getting easier when you're dying, and it isn't. That's one thing I will say. This game's actually done away with adaptive difficulty. So I'm half tempted to put a mod in for infinite ammo. I'm half tempted to just download a mod and cheat, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to bullshit the game because the game's bullshitting me. I'd rather not do that. Right, the question is, where is it? I know it's over there. Enemy just randomly becomes a blood spawn because it can, and I'm not going to be able to get away with that, unfortunately. So, best thing to do here... behind me! You were to my side! I didn't go in that direction. I wasn't there. These enemies are absolute bullshit. You can't do anything about them. Nothing you do stops them. They're impossible to stun. They take too much fucking damage. And they won't fuck off! I'm not fucking done with you. Come here. I'm not done with you, you twat. Yeah, that's right. Suck it. Choke on it. Choke on my vengeance. How does it taste? Yeah. He didn't like that very much. As for the stream, it wouldn't surprise me, unfortunately, because again, I've got all kinds of things running. I'm doing what I can, but there's nothing I can do. Unfortunately, there's very little I can do about it. And yes, that was a reference to a particular anime dub, for those of you who know. A certain NPC got his just desserts, shall we say. That's fine. Not ideal. I would have rather got one shot, but never mind. Not much you can do about it. I say for this part, there should be better checkpoints. I don't think the checkpoints are balanced. Last time that gave me an instant kill. So I mean, you can't do anything about them. Fuck off! They are the cheapest enemy in the game. They are so cheap. You should be able to stun them. They are the cheapest enemy in the game. Right. Before I go any further, I have an idea. Well, the Burning Chainsaw Man's another level of cheap. There you are. That's one enemy off the battlefield. That's going to help. Now, this time... if I'm right... yeah, so they are coming in this direction. I just find these sections really contrived. They are so contrived in terms of difficulty. That's 2 grenades, and it's still alive. There we go, that'll do it. Let's go rid of him. Spam grenades and managed to get enough damage this time. Last time I tried that, it didn't kill them. For some reason, it wasn't enough damage. I don't know why. Is the game taking pity on me? I don't know. Go. I'm gonna say, if you get the rifle shot, you can sometimes take the heads off like that and it stops them turning. And you can do it from distance. But I'd hope not, Snowbeaver. There's nothing worse than RNG. Especially in a game like this where you're meant to be doing certain strategies to survive. RNG would be so annoying. Okay, can't parry him for some reason. So I'll just... Oh, what the hell? So I'll just take his head off. That's the easy solution to that. It's really strange. It's like with that, for example. It seems the machine gun can really do quite a lot of damage and take off the head as well for no real reason. And I don't get it. I don't comprehend it. So maybe it is RNG. And again, shouldn't we be past that with these kind of games? Relying on RNG to create a challenge? Is it just me? I'd have thought we'd have been past that quite a long time ago. Ooh, interesting. Another decapitated corpse. Okay, interesting. I'll give them credit. They're giving us some resources back as well, so it's not too bad. So we're at least getting resources. And now with that, we should.
Hopefully this thing still works.
You had to say it, Leon. You had to say it. Never ever say the quiet part out loud. You should know better than that by now. You survived Raccoon City. You survived the Ganados in Spain. Why are you saying the quiet part out loud? Don't do it. It's ridiculously silly. So this is the thing, that at some point I need to look at buying some better equipment, but for now, I can repair my body armor, so that'll help. And so I've not so far needed to buy the ammo either. So it's a question of whether we want to upgrade the guns or not. Because I say I've not used anything but the classics, which is interesting to say the least. But I've been burned in the past blowing all your money on upgrades in RE4. And then the gun not being that useful or immediately superseded, if you know what I mean. Or you find the gun. And that's the biggest kick in the balls. Yeah, I have a distrust of elevators in Resident Evil games. I have an inherent distrust of them.
Now what? Take the next one.
I heard you. Thank you. Bit Streets of Rage, that kicking an enemy off the elevator. Can't see, it's not a barrier. Again, really contrived scene here. But look at that. A cutscene came in. Okay, so we've ended up somewhere.
Lucky day.
Why did you say that, Leon? Why did you say that? Right, let's quickly reload. And resharpen. The automod's working exactly as it should be, Snow. The automod's working exactly as it should be. I don't want to say any more, because if I do, I might give people who are trying things ideas. The automod's working exactly as it should be. There's nothing wrong with your message. That's why I've just allowed it. That's a fair part, actually, Rosa. Yeah, he also survived the movies, didn't he? Like Degeneration, Damnation, and as you say, Death Island, which I never saw. So he's been through the Wrangler as Leon. And for a guy in his 50s, he looks too bloody good. I'm in my 40s and I don't look as good as he does. Well, yeah. That worked. I'm quite surprised it went that way, to be honest. I'm quite surprised that worked. Yes, okay. And look where we've come out. Right back here. If you think I'm handsome, there, Rose, well, cool, I guess. I always think of it, anytime anyone says things like that about me, I always think of the Loki meme. You're truly desperate to come to me, kind of thing. Kind of like when one of my friends once came to me, asking for strategies on how to beat Unalesca in Final Fantasy X. I was just like, you must be truly desperate to come to me for help with this game. I'm one of the biggest haters of this game. And you're coming to me for help? Are you crazy? And, well, apparently not. Right, meanwhile, can I refuel the gasoline? Good question. Let me find out. Oh, there's ammo there. Meanwhile, I'm hearing somebody. Oh. Leon wanted to make sure that he was dead. He wanted that enemy very, very dead. And I don't blame him. Don't know why I've got my flashlight on here. Thank you. Yeah. That was good. You say that was a new execution, do you, Rose? What, like, is that one you've never seen before? If that's the case, then you're welcome, I guess. Yes, Leon's very much become the executioner in this game at times, it must be said. Alright. Question is, can I refuel? Oh, hang on. Oh, boo. Nothing in there. I hate that. Oh, found potential new loot. Game. Nice try, but no. It's kind of like ordering tickets through Ticketmaster. The price is $72. But I thought the tickets resold at $40. Well, yeah, but no. No, I can't refuel. Interesting. There's no way of getting more fuel in. I'm quite surprised by that. In fact, I'm very surprised by that. See, there's a signal receiver in here. It's got a crank slot, but no way to get to it. Intriguing. Ah, this is just another side of the gas station, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the crank's probably one of the oldest accessories in Resident Evil history. Along with the valve wheel, of course. They're both classics. I mean, if you want to see someone struggling in terms of playing classic Resident Evil, go and check out Queen 3210's Let's Play of the remake of Resident Evil 1 on her YouTube channel, at Queen 3210. Great series, but really shows the jank of playing the earliest one. Yep, looks like the auto mod has kicked in again for a message. As I say, give me a moment, I'll quickly allow that. Apologies, people. I don't think I mustn't need it because I've literally got to the point now where there is no more fuel. I get the feeling I can't go through here. Yeah, you can't possibly climb that fence, can you, people? In the trunk of the car, there's some handgun ammo, so I'll take it. Because there's clearly a box to grab up there, but what I'm not... Oh, hang on. I'm not seeing a way to get to it. Never mind. I'll try that again. Some machine gun ammo. Meanwhile, why is that there by itself? Oh, hello? Ah, that's why. Well, that's infuriating. There we go, that's better. Oh, I've got to go the long way round for that now, aren't I? Oh, damn it. Okay, fine, we'll do it. Up we go. Yeah, you can do it, you can do it. Good, good, thank you. Reminds me I might as well reload my shotgun. Oh, well, we'll see actually. So in here... And there it is, a new rifle. Now, it's time to get a little focused on creating some space. Oh? Yes, the game can probably do this for us, but I get the feeling I can move it around. Either that or I can just come back and sell some stuff. Like sell my original rifle. I don't want to do that. Meanwhile, combine to create some rifle ammo. Create some shotgun ammo. So I've not got any scrap now, so I've only got the gunpowder. Not enough space, stranger. It is feeling a bit like that, it must be said, but let's give this a shot. There we go. Now what I've got to do is... Right, so how does this one look? Oh, that's nice. Very smooth. And it's likely to also be an automatic. There is an auto sort. Yes, no. There is an auto sort. There is a rule amongst people who play Resident Evil games. You must manually spend hours doing it yourself. It's all part of the game. Or maybe there isn't one. Apparently, according to Rose, there's not an auto sort. There was in Resident Evil 4 remake. I remember that much. So what I can do is I can use my old school rifle just to use up some ammo. And then switch it over to the better gun. But yeah, you know, in Resident Evil games, you don't do that. No, no, no. That's a rule you'll probably end up breaking, is it, Queen? If and when you eventually get the game. Honestly, I'd love to see you get a copy of this. Of course, you've done Resident Evil 1 remake, you did the Joel route. Are you ever going to go back and do the Chris route? I'll be honest, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't, because it's not the easiest game, his version, it must be said. His game is not easy. Unless you know the game inside out. You sneak thief! I heard the sound, I thought, that's a Mr. Raccoon. Now, that might be a reference to Resident Evil 2 remake. Because there's actually a Mr. Raccoon hidden in a bus on one of the scenarios. So they might be referencing Resident Evil 2 remake with that. In terms of the canon route for Resident Evil 1, I believe it's Joel's route. Purely because of what happens with the story later with the characters. If you play Chris's route, there's a certain character who, quite frankly, doesn't make it into the rest of the series if you do Chris's route. However, it's interesting that because the canon route for Resident Evil 2 is Claire A, Leon B as well. Well, the easiest way to survive that will be to use a weapon that takes them out quickly. Yeah, I think officially the canon route is first time it's Jill's route. Then in the second game it's Claire A, Leon B, and then after that the stories are kind of linear. Yay, there we go. We now have the rusty crank, which has got us back here. So that was worth it purely because of the situation. Now, there are a couple of places that we can check out. First place I want to check out is the save point. I want to save my game. And then I believe there's a crank space up at the top. But I'll have to double check it. In fact, it's on the map. Yeah, there's a crank slot on top of the apartments. I think that's where we need to go next. I haven't played Resident Evil 0 either, Snowbaver. I do actually have it, believe it or not, in my Steam library. And I was tempted to do it as a stream. But I've just never got around to it. Say it's always very interesting on what counts as being canon and not canon in these movies. Right, that's 10,000 credits, that's cool. Repair the body armor. Might as well pick that up because it's cheap. In fact, they're all cheap. I might as well just get loads of ammo. Screw it. Might as well have them. Oh, nice. You might play it before doing Resident Evil 2 Remake. Oh, that's wicked. Say, I'd love to watch you play Resident Evil 2 Remake. 2 Remake is kind of cool. The live-action movies of the Resident Evil games are somewhat awkward. And it's especially annoying considering what was in George Romero's original script for Resident Evil. He was fired for apparently not comprehending the source material or something. And I'm like, this is John Romero. He created... not John Romero, George Romero even. He created the sodding zombie series. What do you mean you don't get the source material? If it's not down here, I do know somewhere where I can use the crank. But I wanted to check first. Oh, we've already been over here. We can't go any further there. So the first Resident Evil movie, it was okay as its own thing, but it shouldn't have been called Resident Evil, really. The only thing it had that was Resident Evil in it was the liquor. That was... oh yeah, the reference to the Nemesis program. That was it. There was nothing else there. It's kind of like Final Fantasy The Spirits Within. As a CG movie, that's fine. Putting the name Final Fantasy on it absolutely killed it. I had no chance. The story of Aki Ross and what happens to all the people in that movie is fine. Just don't call it Final Fantasy, because it's not Final Fantasy. Oh, I don't know, actually, Rose. That's a bloody good point. I'm not sure. I mean, he was getting on a bit last I heard when he was doing the likes of Land of the Dead, so I'm assuming not. I know that he had both Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright in one of his later movies. I think it might have been called... it was either Diary of the Dead or Land of the Dead, where they were zombies that were chained up, basically. Oh, boo. Shame on you, Snow. I might end up a little cranky. Oh, come on. Low-hanging fruit there, Snow. That's the kind of pun that I should be coming out with. Don't take my job away from me. You're not gonna take my job! Or whatever that character said. I remember seeing him in a show somewhere. And that's a shame. I had a feeling he might have been Queen, but I wasn't sure and I didn't want to say. We've already had one confidently incorrect comment on that earlier in the stream, so I didn't want to be the second one. Out of curiosity, I'm just going to check up here for a sec. I know there's definitely a crank area down in the basement. Ah, right, yeah. I'm an absolute imbecile. So I might be able to sell my old rifle soon, because this auto rifle looks much more the part. Yeah, it's down in the underground. There it is. I knew there was somewhere I could use it. Oh, the one-liner memes from Leon are an absolute classic. There's no doubt about it. It's like the meme that you see of where inappropriate scenes from games happen and then suddenly Squall appears and goes, "Hey, you want to play cards?" It's the same kind of thing. It's strictly with Leon so far tonight, Queen. It's been all Leon. However, I do think we're probably going to see some more crossover at some point. At least I believe. Yeah, it has been. I've been in control of Leon all the way. Okay, so we're on the other side. More handgun ammo, that's good. Hey. There'll be nothing. Oh. You're not morphing into one of those demons. I'm not allowing it. There we go. Right, so we can't get through the car. We can't climb up the fire truck either, which is what I thought we'd do. Can we open this? Alright, so that takes us back to the main street, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. It brings us back onto the main street. And I'm guessing... surely that can't be everything. Oh no, we can't possibly get over that car, can we? Oh no, 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 no. Ah, but there's another crank slot. Ah. It says the signal receiver's back here. Have I missed it? Is that what happened? Did I miss the pickup? It's possible, because I'm that much of a clot. It's the kind of thing I do. So let's find out. No, it's not on that map. Oh, hold on. Somewhere off to the right over here, apparently. Interesting. I thought I'd already picked up everything from here. I've already done this, haven't I? I cleared out this area. And now I'm concerned the zombies are going to have respawned. Yeah, it's in between the two trucks to the left. I mean, at least we've been clearing out a lot of the areas and getting a lot of power-ups here today, people. So there's been that, at least. Right, hang on a second. It's on top of that truck. I think. Nope, it's not in there. Yeah, it's showing in the middle of the thing there, but it's not there. Right, hang on a second. I'm going to go back out the way I came, and I'm just going to try and get in on the other side. I mean, the darkness of the scene doesn't help, but it's not the end-all... It's not the be-all, end-all. I'm pretty sure that this is where we got the battery. And there was nothing else here. I'm 99% certain of it. Yeah, so we've done that. So that's okay. So there should be a way out. And I remember climbing up somewhere to get out because we had to fight off zombies on the way. That I do remember. I don't want to let you get into a place that you can't get out of. That would just be an ultimate dick move. So it can't be that. I'm missing something. I just don't know what I'm missing. And with this lack of light, it's not helping. Unless I've managed to trigger a trap. And I am stuck. Because on the map, it's showing us there. But when I get there, there's nothing on the map. Nothing at all. There's an axe, which is okay, I suppose. But you see, I'm right on top of it now. It must be up above us. It's the only thing that makes sense. It must be. It must be up above. Well, we can easily fix this. And just do that. I'm not wasting my time running around in an empty room that I can't get out of. If that's what's just happened, then that's a very fatal flaw. The only unfortunate thing being that we have actually... We're going to have to clean out some areas again. There's only so much we can... what can we do? Not much. Say modern problems, modern solutions, as they say. So it's suggesting it's in here. Right, there's an autosave that's just triggered. I can see that now. Right. Was it one of these boxes? No, it's in that room there to the left. It has to be in here. Okay. Oh, how convenient. Well, there might have been something in here, but there isn't. Hello. I don't think I've gone through here. It's a good idea, that Snow, yeah, to give yourself more than one slot. It's funny because I watched a video recently by, I think it was PlayStation Access. And one of the things they were saying was, oh, we need to trust the autosave more. I'm like, no, we don't. We do not trust the autosave. Autosave often goes badly against us. Ha 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 ha. Someone's trying to put something in the chat. If one of the mods is about, please remove them. Otherwise, I'll do it. In fact, I'm not waiting. You, bot, who's trying to get my people watching me to do stupid shit. I don't think so. So, bot, consider yourself terminated. Thank you. Goodbye. Also, thank you, Queen. At the same time that you did that, I also did an action as well, so definitely we've managed to get away with that. No, don't worry at all. You know, the fact that you're there is amazing and massively appreciated. There is no too slow or too fast. The main thing is that we get it done. That's what I care about. Yeah, a lot of bots are unfortunately doing that kind of thing, and I have instant hatred towards it. Someone's throwing dynamite. Bend the fire on a rocket launcher. Yeah, they're just out of shot. By the looks of it. I was wondering if there might be some pickups back here, but there isn't. I see you, Mr. Mortar Launcher. So this new sniper rifle is pretty damn good. There's a third gun there, but I don't know if it... Okay, that wasn't fun. See if I can use this to my advantage. Oh! It didn't hurt them, but it hurt me. Which I find strange. Again, this isn't challenging. This isn't a challenge. Dead. Nothing I can do. Got some very strange effects on the blood then that went through. Yeah, which is fine, saying take out the zombie controlling the mortar. That's great. That's perfectly fine. Here's a better idea. Rebalance the game so you've not got 5 million fucking enemies at the same time. Nope. I'm not wasting all those shots. I had him center masked and it wasn't making any difference. I'm not having that. There we go. Now before I do anything else... There we go, that's perfect. Thank you. Let's find out what's down here. Let's see what that unlocks. That's all the way down there. It better be worth it, because there's a lot of backtracking involved to get this. Sorry, boys, I made one hell of a mess there. I mean, I know it's Friday night and all that, but you don't need to get legless. That's a fair point, that, Snow, yeah, but another thing that annoys me, as I say, is again, I'm not a fan of needlessly over swarming, especially when you've not got much in the way of, like, about things to combat it. I just find it lazy. What we'll do is we'll put a load of near instant kill explosives and then swarm you with a load of enemies at the same time. That's not challenge. That's annoying. That's annoying and frustrating. It's poor game design. They always say that if you do something good, do it once. So it should be one big explosion that you have to do something to get to, rather than loads in loads of different places, because it's just not fun. That's a fair point, yeah, it also ruins the sense of horror. It's not very horrifying. It's like, oh well, guess I'll die. Let's carry on. Next. That's annoying. He moved. Also, the fact they make these enemies bullet sponges is really annoying as well. Again, that's not challenging. It's not challenging to make enemies bullet sponges. I actually find it incredibly lazy when a game has to rely on bullet sponging. So we don't quite know how to make it difficult, so what we'll do is we'll make it so the enemies take loads of extra damage. Yeah, that's making the game challenging. No, it makes it annoying. It's not as balanced as I'd like, this game. See, it's like there, I've got a perfect shot on the enemy and I can't get a perfect shot on that mortar. Well, they're supposed to take one shot and fall, but for whatever reason they don't. Not just stun locking, no. Well, let's say it's more. We'll put it so you have to face loads of explosives and then swarm you with enemy. Oh, yeah, see, that's fair. Where'd that come from? Where'd that come from? There's no mortar in that direction. There's no mortar launcher in that direction. That came from behind me and there's no mortar launcher there. This is the issue I've got now. I'm being shot by phantom launchers. They weren't in that direction. Well, guess what? See you later. I'm out of here. Goodbye. If you're going to be cheap, I'm going to be cheap as well. I can be just as cheap as you. You're going to rely on cheap tactics? So am I. Back to the save point. Restore the armor. And let's crack on. I can do this as well. I'm perfectly fine being cheap. I'll be just as cheap as you. Not going to save my game because knowing this game will respawn the enemies, so I don't want to risk that. But I do have another idea. Yep, I'll take those, thank you. There we are. Body armor's now repaired. See how convenient. The moment you can see an area where you can use the same kind of vantage point, no one's in shot. But they'll spawn at that point. Now, I know that's game design, but it's frustrating game design. Because as far as I'm concerned, they've already been spawned. Sorry, we're going back up there. I've just spotted something. There we go. Done. That's one that you'd probably only get if it was on the map, because it's not the easiest one to spot that. It was only because I was messing around with a sniper scope. I'm like, hang on a second, there's an enemy, there's a raccoon up there. I'll have that. Yay, there we go. Alright, so now we've resupplied, got a bit more body armor. We'll try again. Yep, the axe is sharpened. So there's no more needed in that respect. So I love how the thing was get undercover. Well, you can't because you got too many enemies swarming. And I wouldn't mind it if it was a case of dodging the mortar to get the better shot. We saw that in Resident Evil 4 remake, when you had to get around the turret guns, for example. When you had to get around the turret guns. I like that. They could have brought that back, but instead they decided to go for a swarm approach. As if they're trying to get maybe like Left 4 Dead or something. Yeah, I had a feeling that had happened. Nope, not having that. I shot you long before that happened. Well, yeah, I mean, destroying cover makes sense with mortar bombs. That makes perfect sense. I expect that. I expect cover to be blown away by it, unless you've got titanium stuff all around. That's actually realistic. I've not got an issue with that. Although it does eliminate your options, at least you know they're there. I get really frustrated at the lack of options. Like, for example, I'd use these here. I'd climb these as a way to get vantage points. You can't do it. Like, there's a ladder there. Will it let me use it? No. No, it won't. So, I already emptied the thing in here, and as I thought, it's not respawned. That's okay. I wasn't expecting it to. The good news is, the zombies haven't... Well, I can't call them zombies, because they're sentient. The enemies haven't respawned. So there is that, at least. The ones on the mortar cannons have. Or at least it looks like they have. Because the one at the start certainly did. Someone's taking shots. I can hear the ricochet of bullets. Right. Where did that one shoot from? Because it wasn't that mortar there. Yeah, it could be another zombie took over the mortar, and that's fine. But I want to know where that mortar shot just came from. That's what I want to know. I want to know where it came from. Because that mortar cannon there is not being used. Gotta be that one in the back corner. Has to be. Yeah, I was looking behind me because I heard shots again and they weren't there. So it's like I'm getting phantom gunfire, which makes no sense. See, that's as if it shot me from the right-hand side, but there's no mortar there. Seriously, what the fuck is shooting at me?
That did it.
Yeah, this is really, really balanced. This is really balanced. This is balanced. This is fair. Wow. Absolutely wow. How are you supposed to do anything with that? What are you supposed to do? You can't get near that mortar cannon. That is terrible game design. Whoever designed that needs to be taken into a darkened room and beaten. They need to be flayed alive. They need to be reintroduced to the rusty end of an SOS pad. They seriously need some serious shit sorted out. They deserve to be taken into a darkened room and beaten. Because that is so poorly designed. By the way, I'm not being serious. That's a quote of John Cleland. John Cleland, the touring car legend, said it in response to a very badly designed circuit once. Place in Germany, I think, actually, called... can't remember what it's called, but it had a first chicane where a massive tyre wall went over it and there was nowhere for cars to run off. So they all crashed into each other. He famously said, whoever designed that corner needs to be taken into a darkened room and beaten on the side of the head. So it was I was quoting John Cleland. I'm not being serious. I'm not advocating violence. This is just not balanced. This is ridiculously unbalanced. There's no cover. There's no way to read the cover. You can't see them. Fuck you! And there we go. We got the signal receiver. So now we got the detonator. Go grab a repair kit from container 2 in the central camp, and then that's that. This one's up to you. What's the name on that? This one's up to you. Graves. Who's Graves? No, seriously, who's Graves? Who are they? I've never heard of them. They say the only way to do that is to get the mortar cannon, it seems. You have to go up there. It'd be nice if there was a little more nuance to that. Or an alternate strategy. I mean, I do see they have a ladder here, but good luck getting to it. It's interesting, they were actually quite slow to refire. Yeah. Why is it not blowing the bodies up? I'm quite disappointed by that. Although this is a callback using the mortar cannon to Resident Evil 4 remake. And you can't actually destroy the other mortars either. Bit disappointing, that. Still, the good news is we've got what we came for. So we can crack on. At last. Very frustrating section, that. Incredibly frustrating. Oh, no. Nah, no, 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 no. That is not allowed. I'm getting a taste of my revenge. See how you like it. What's the matter? You got no cover? Being swarmed? Now you know how annoyed I was, don't you? You say the kiddies need food, Queen. I was like the kiddie with the cream by using the mortar on that cannon then. On those zombies. That was a long overdue slab of revenge. And oh, look at the mess I've made here. What a mess. What an absolute mess. I think it was the old school Duke Nukem games where you could like shoot enemies with a rocket propelled grenade launcher. And it'd just suddenly go, what a mess. Which was endearing, shall we say. Makes me wonder where all these enemies are coming from.
Shit. It's broken.
Can you fix it?
I'll see what I can do.
Well, we got the repair kit, didn't we? So that's why we should be able to do it. There we go. So, I want to see this part because it will be a perfect way to end tonight's stream. We've gone through a major sense of frustration. Now, you say here, Snowbeaver, were they humans infected by the T-virus? Well, apparently yes, but here's the thing. With the bombing of Raccoon City, there should have been nothing left. It should have been sterilized. So that's... What makes no sense is why it isn't sterilized. And also, why we do not have anything from the BSAA either, because the BSAA were here. It's their gear that we've been taking advantage of. Let's repair the body armor. It's always good to do that. And so we do have quite a lot of points available, so at some point I should do some serious weapon upgrading. Because again, that might make it a bit easier. I might have been playing this in a challenge mode. Without the upgrading the guns. Which no doubt there's a trophy for. There'll be a trophy / achievement for that. So I do like this game, I just wish there was a bit more balance at certain points. But I do enjoy the game, there are some good mechanics. I especially like the idea of picking up the chainsaw as a weapon, I love the axe throwing. So there's a lot in it that's good.
That took longer than planned. Luckily, I found a bike. Should make up for lost time.
Great. You'll need it. It's 15 miles to the city center on the 419.
Boom. So now the question is, what's next? Let's find out. Yep, no helmet, just get astride the hog, and it looks like I'm actually in a vehicle section.
All right, should make it there in no time.
Good to hear. How are the roads? Leon?
Just a few potholes.
Oh, look at that. Hey, well made. Oh no, not the Cerberus. Oh, for bugger's sake.
This day just keeps getting better and better.
Oh, I know what this is. I've not got any actual aiming here. It's like I'm snap shooting.
These pups could use more training.
Yes, the one thing we don't really need in any Resident Evil game is vehicle sections. This reminds me of the shit that we had in Resident Evil 5, where you're on the back of the Hummers. Oh, it was a horrible experience. Because a bit like this, it's not exactly intuitive. They actually got me a trophy, that achievement. Mid-reload, that's always annoying.
So much for the direct route.
This feels so stupid.
Ken, seriously. I don't give up that easy.
Let me guess, we're going up the side of the mountain. Here we go, people. It's time to go ridiculous. The world's most impossible bike ride. Here we go. There's no way you were controlling that. Not a chance. The shocks wouldn't be on. The shocks might be good, but they're not that good. Not a chance. Still, we made it back to the highway. The old endo.
I've had enough of you! I know the feeling!
Emptied his fuel tank.
Come on!
We just had a fucking motorcycle duel. Seriously? Is this a shitpost on Mission Impossible 2?
Should've worn a helmet.
Hey. Says the guy who's got all his locks blowing in the wind. You can't say they haven't dialed up the ridiculous in this game. There's no way it's not ridiculous, peeps.
You should be close to the coordinates.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Oh, Aracas to the left. You'll see that in a moment with any luck.
I'll take a look around then.
We're back at the very beginning of Resident Evil 2. There is Aracas, aka Sakura, which is named after the Street Fighter Alpha character, meaning that right there is the tanker which rolls over and blows up at the very beginning of Resident Evil 2. We are officially back home. So if I'm right, we're going to go down the stairs, and there might still be graffiti that says TP on the wall. There it is, right there. We are going to come out right in front of a very familiar building. Does anyone recognize where we are now? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the RPD. We have officially come home. We are back on the clock one more time. That's where the graveyard is. And down there is the backstage alley route that you start a certain way through the game with. Oh, nice. It's even got the cutscenes.
It's on you now.
That was awesome, the little transition between first day Leon. So here we are. We have officially come home. Can we use the typewriter? There's no way this thing still works. No, don't tease me like that. It's even got the item box, but we can't open it. Yep, the shutter has been pulled down somehow. Good luck with that, that's not going to work. Ah, so we can get in there. Can we get down into the area below the statue? Oh.
Sherryman RPD.
It's been a while since you've been back there.
The classic music too.
Looks like the BSAA set up HQ here.
Abandoned?
Not sure.
$2023. Oh, no way. Welcome, Leon. The bunting from his desk. Oh, that's amazing. That's so cool. Hello? And there's Zeno.
Fucking guy.
And Grace. She's here too.
Shit, she's in danger. Sherry found Grace.
At RPD?
Yeah, exactly. Someone's been expecting us. Got a lock on her location. Headed there now.
Copy that.
And well, people, I think there's no better place for us to say good night than being serenaded by the classic RPD theme. I told you this series was called Return to Raccoon City, and we have finally made it after some insane frustration on the rooftop, some moments that felt a bit cheap, some direct quoting rage, but most of all, a fitting moment where we finally got to shoot Gideon and send him off the edge. There's no way he's gone. He didn't die on screen. He's coming back. And we're going to find more next week. But for now, tomorrow evening, right here, 8 p.m. BST, over on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ChrisJT1985, you can go and watch him play the new game Unbound, which sounds very interesting. Almost like a detective noir anime game by the looks of it. It looks fantastic. Also, do be sure to go check out at Queen3210 over on YouTube.com, playing through the likes of Persona 3 Reload episode Aegis, along with the recently completed Dispatch, which I promise I'm going to catch up with over the weekend. On Wednesday evening, I will be back at 8 p.m. GMT as we go trailing in the sky one more time with Kevin. And then next Friday, same time, same place, 8 p.m. GMT, we're coming back to Raccoon City. Thank you all very, very much for watching. And man, that was a hard one tonight.